It was a month end and user was trying to run the revaluation process, but the system did not generate a revaluation journal. User was in a hurry to close the period and she raised a ticket with us asking us to troubleshoot further to understand as to why system did not create a revaluation journal for a specific account. In this video, I'll show you how did we troubleshoot the issue. This is Arvind Varganti and you are watching Oracle EBS and Fusion Financials channel. So the user ran the revaluation process and she mentioned that she was able to see this error message. No revaluation journal entries were created. Balances may have been already converted at the revaluation rate, or you may have insufficient access to the ledger balancing or managing segment values you are attempting to revalue. So this is the error message which user was able to see. And we have actually verified all these troubleshooting steps. The first one is we verified if the account for which user is expecting revaluation journal to be generated really exists in the revaluation template. So let me get into the Fusion environment and I can show you how you can get into the revaluation template and check the accounts. So you should be getting into, let me just close this, general accounting, period close, and then revalue balances, and then you can pick up the concerned revaluation template. So just in this example, let me pick up this revaluation template and then pick up and then check the account. So you can go to the filters and you can check the account. So in this example, you can see the this is the entity and this is another chart of account segment and this is the account. So in this example, the revaluation will be happening for this particular account 11010. So similarly, in our case, we have picked up the concerned revaluation template and found out that the account which user was expecting the revaluation to happen do exist in the template. So we are good with your first troubleshooting step. And then we checked if the concerned exchange rate for which the revaluation process was ran really existed in the system. So when you are performing the revaluation process, you just click on the generate button, and when you perform the revaluation process, you specify the rate date. So we went into manage exchange rates task and verified if the exchange rate existed in the system between that foreign currency and the ledger currency for the rate date, whatever is being mentioned while running the revaluation process. And the third one is we verified if the revaluation process was already ran. So probably sometimes there could be some other user who would have already ran the revaluation process and posted the journal entry. And then when you run the second iteration, or if you run the revaluation process second time, then obviously system will not perform any revaluation again. So we verified and found out that there was no revaluation which was not ran by any other user. Verified if the account for which the user is expecting a revaluation process to run has some foreign currency balance. So obviously revaluation is the exchange rate difference between the date on which the transaction is originally posted and the revaluation date, especially for the foreign currency balances. So for a specific account, whatever user was expecting a revaluation process to be generated, we were able to verify that there was indeed some foreign currency balance, and verified if the person running the revaluation process has access to the concerned ledger. So whenever you are running the revaluation process, so here you can see sometimes you specify the ledger set. So within the ledger set, there may be say 4 ledgers, and if the user is expecting a revaluation process to be generated for ledger 5, then obviously the ledger file should be part of the ledger set, right? So we verified the ledger or ledger set whatever user was using when running the revaluation process, and the concerned ledger set was has the corresponding ledger for which the user was expecting a revaluation process to be generated. And the last one is we verified if there are any cross-validation rules or security rules which are preventing the revaluation journal to be generated, and there were no such rules. And at last, we found out the reason for why system was not able to perform the revaluation. The reason was the exchange rate used in the original transaction and the exchange rate used during the revaluation process was exactly same. So that means when we the original journal was created on say May 15th, again taking say AUD as a foreign currency and USD being our functional currency. Let's assume on May 15th, the exchange rate between USD and AUD is like one AUD is equal to say probably point or like one AUD is equal to zero 0.8 USD. I'm just making up something. It might not be accurate. So let's assume one AUD is equal to 0.8 USD. And when I'm running my revaluation process with a revaluation date as 31st of May 2025, and let's assume on 31st of May 2025 also the exchange rate between AUD and USD is exactly same. One AUD is equal to 0.8 USD. Then in that case, obviously there is no difference in the exchange rate between the original date on which the journal entry was posted versus the revaluation date, and hence system did not pass any revaluation journal entry. I mean, user was not aware of this because user was always expected to see a revaluation journal being created by the system every month for a specific account, and this month it did not create it, and that's where the user got curious to understand as to why system did not generate the revaluation entry, and he thought there is something wrong, but we were able to prove that system was working as expected, just that the exchange rate was same on the date the original journal was posted versus the revaluation date, and hence system did not create the revaluation entry. Thank you for watching my video. For interesting videos on Oracle EBS and Fusion Financials, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.